Today, in the last leg of videos about business understanding and problem solving, we will be discussing about how we can understand a data file, and either through in Excel or database, and what are the data checks that we have to perform in terms of performing a good analysis. And lastly, we will have a data set on which we will perform these tasks, and we'll try to figure out answer for one of the problems statement that we have. So welcome Mayuresh and Nirantar. The first thing that I want to ask you both is what kind of data checks we should perform to do in before we doing any kind of analysis.
So missing values,
Missing values,
Data definition,
data definitions,
data formatting, what kind of format
data
that is
format,
present in the data.
outliers, if any, present in the data.
outliers.
That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Okay. So missing values is basically to, if you have more data you can perform better analysis because you have more data point to look through. That's first check. That's correct. Data definitions will give you an understanding of how data will help you define your thought process around the business and build some logics to solve those problems. Data format, uh, here there could be a data mismatch where the column name is something else, like in customer id column there could be a customer name, or another data mismatch would be the date should have been in YYYMMDD format but it's in DDMMYYY format, right? that's an uh, that's an another issue that or data check we should have. Outliers, again outliers help you in terms of numerical variables where a lot of numerical variables have some outrageous values compared to their no counterparts, and they can be true also or they can be a manual error, entry error also, because at the end of the day the data collected by softwares have been entered by some or other individual where they could make an honest mistake. So for example, if and there could be other situation where it's an actual scenario that's a true value. For example, you have 10 customers but 8 customers pays you $10 per hour and 2 customers pay you roughly maybe $200 per hour because you do something extraordinarily for those customers. So that does not mean that $200 is an outlier, but if you just look at that singular variable in isolation, it would look like the distribution is far off from their median, so those are outliers. One last thing that we need to check before doing any kind of analysis is data type. If data types allocated to each data point are correct, because if they are not correct, either your formulas will go wrong or your analysis will go wrong, right? You cannot perform some operation on string values. So that is something we have to check before doing any kind of analysis. Now I just wanted to understand, irrespective of language, what kind of data types that you guys are known to.
Okay. Integers,
Integer,
Decimal, then binary,
binary,
string,
string,
decimals, or floats.
float,
Date, date and time.
date slash date time.
boolean.
So binary and boolean is same thing, right? It
Yeah.
will be either true or slash
True or
false
false.
or 1/0,
Yeah, that's
right? So
basic.
generally
Yeah.
these are the ones, and roughly somewhere you will find array as a data type. In some languages it will be there, and some languages it will not be there. uh, and some over here also, some languages it will be called as char or varchar, an alternate name to string. Now in this, when you know all these data types, having them in correct format helps you build different metrics. Now metrics is something that everyone tracks. What can be metrics? Yearly revenue. So revenue is your metrics, and yearly is kind of a window in which you are looking at. So revenue could be your metrics, margin could be your metrics. और क्या हो सकते हैं metrics कंपनी के लिए?
Losses,
Spends.
profit, loss.
P&L, spend.
Spend.
कोई भी एक कंपनी सोच लो ना. Just think of so we discussed Zomato, right?
Yeah.
So what could be the metrics for Zomato?
Performance.
But performance of what? Performance is a very vague word, no?
In terms of Zomato, we can say
Customer means customer retention or customer
Retention.
how many outlets they have grown in last year, or how
Growth.
many outlets they have left.
Growth of
new
restaurants. Growth of restaurants on
new
platform.
users.
New user.
New users on platform.
Growth of users.
So basically new user will depict growth only, right? Anything else in terms of Zomato?
Left users.
Churn.
जिन्होंने छोड़ दिया है Zomato यूज करना.
Churn.
Yeah.
We call that churn.
Also the rating for deliveries. They can
CSAT.
check if
Customer satisfaction score. एक होगा the delivery time. So whether your order is getting in the time which has committed to you, let's say 20 minutes बोला और 20 minutes के अंदर आया ही नहीं. So delivery time adherence. Anything else on your mind?
no.
सबसे बेसिक चीज़ क्या है जोमेटो में? जोमेटो पे करते क्या हो यार तुम लोग? सबसे पहले जाने के बाद करते क्या हो अगर यूज़ कर रहे हो जोमेटो को?
Order food.
तो ऑर्डर कहाँ है इसमें? नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स भी तो एक मेट्रिक होगा ना, जो ग्रोथ डिपिक्ट करेगा. नए यूजर आने से क्या होगा?
Yes.
राइट. सो
Yeah.
नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स.
Number of complaints also.
सो वहाँ इसमें आ जाएगा कंप्लेंट्स. CSAT के अंदर उसको अकोमोडेट करेंगे. सो CSAT इज जनरल स्कोर. CSAT कस्टमर के लिए होता है, एंड देर इज अनदर टर्म कॉल्ड NPS, नेट प्रमोटर स्कोर, विच इज़ एन कैलकुलेशन ऑफ कस्टमर फीडबैक एंड अदर पैरामीटर्स. तो ये हम बाद में कभी देखेंगे डाउन द लाइन. बट या सो मेट्रिक मीन्स कि ये सारी चीज़ें कैलकुलेट करके दिखाना. नाउ टू कैलकुलेट ऑल दिस थिंग्स यू विल नीड अ न्यूमेरिकल वेरिएबल which will tell you number of orders, means कि हाँ इतने orders हुए दिन में. Then there would be a categorical variable where it will depict कि ये orders कहाँ से आए. So categorical variable is like new user, old user. So नए user से कितने orders आए, old user से कितने order आए. So for example मैं और निरंतर old user है, हमने एक order already place कर दिया इस दिन का. Mayur came to the platform today itself and he ordered two times in the day. Now you gave 2 orders, we both gave 2 orders, eventually 4 orders आ गए, but the bifurcation is of no new user and old user is 50-50 at order level, number of orders level. So That's how you understand the categorical variable and the numerical variable. And then there is second stage of layers where they have ordinal and continuous numeric variable, and we will discuss that in the next video. So that's it for today. If you guys have any questions, do let me know.
No.
No, not from my side.
Cool. So thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.